So, Panama Canal entrance. All the boats. Entering the Panama Canal down there. All the boats coming. I think they had to go below South America 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Now they just go.
Serieus?
Ja, hyperjaloers. Was er iemand bij jou die meegenomen had en zo? Second largest, yeah.
Very common name.
Oh, you're kidding.
My driver, our driver, Ahmed. So John, Juan, Ahmed.
John.
Nice to meet you, sir. Okay, as you know, we are at the Caribbean side. We are at Colon City. It's amazing that the city of Colon is the whole city is a landfill. The whole city is a landfill. What's going on?
When they built the canal.
At the time of the building of the Panama Railway, all the land, all mainland was private. Lo tiene ya Erika. Erika lo tiene. Erika lo tiene. 39. So what's going on? A little bit far away from mainland was a muddy marshland, swampy island. So the three businessmen from United States that they were building the railway, they bought that muddy island. And with a lot of landfills, they joined the island to mainland. They make the big landfill 27 feet above the high tide of the Caribbean side. That's the reason why here at Colon City, you're not gonna see skylines, you're not gonna see skyscrapers. I think the biggest one is about 15 floors. But at the Pacific side, at Panama City, we got a lot of skylines. See? It's a very small city, 14 avenues and 16 streets only.
Oh my goodness.
And I don't know, but it's the only city with one traffic light and it's always off. I'm not kidding, you're gonna see it. It's the only city with one traffic light and it's always off. So you can imagine we got a lot of kamikazes driving here. See? And you're gonna see it. It's at the beginning of when you start coming inside the city, you're gonna see the traffic light off. Okay? Okay, a question. Where are you from? United States, Canada?
United States.
United States.
United States. That's a good. That's good. Okay, let me see. Okay. You're gonna see that we work with your money. We work with your money, US dollar, because of the Panama Railway, built by United States, 1850, 1855. And that's the reason why the foundation of the city of Colón in 1852. Railroad terminal station at the Caribbean side. That's the reason why the foundation of Colón. And later on, because of course, the construction of the Panama Canal. See? What's going on? 2 times in our history, we print paper money. When we were part of Colombia, because we became a department of Colombia when we independence from Spain, and seeking the dream of that famous Venezuelan leader, Simon Bolivar, we joined by ourselves to Colombia for about, in other words, 90 years. See? So, when we became a department of Colombia, we print paper money. At that time, were pesos. Eh? Later on, when we independence, we separate from Colombia. We once again in 1941 print paper money. Balboa. See? Paper money. That paper money lasts in about 7 days. The former president that asked for the printing of that paper money, he was derogated by the Panamanian forces. And the Panamanian forces collect as much as they can that paper money and they burn it. Okay? About $500,000 or $500,000 Balboa. See? So actually we work with Balboas. I don't know, but Balboa is a little coin like this. Balboa. It's the same as a dollar, same value. 1 Balboa, $1. It cost me $5, 5 Balboas. Okay? Okay. Let me show you something. You're gonna see all around low buildings. This is Panama City. From the 20 skyscrapers, highest skyscrapers in Latin America, we got 60. Okay? This is Panama City. Panama City. Sure? Okay. This is when we work with pesos, not this size, the size of the US. So you can imagine payday, we need a big backpack. See? Pesos. Okay? And these Balboas. Okay? Balboas. The paper money that lasts in about 7 days. So we got 1 Balboa, 5 Balboas, please sir. 20 Balboas and 100 Balboas. I think that actually for a collector, 100 Balboa is about $5,000.
Wow.
Okay? For collectors.
I'll buy drinks. I'll buy drinks for everybody.
Okay, now I got a question. United States citizens, have you ever seen a US dollar with a woman?
No.
No.
No?
We should.
Sure?
Oh.
American US dollar with a woman.
Oh my God.
This lady is Martha Washington.
Well, okay.
Not printed anymore.
Wow.
Okay? I know many people love this beer. This beer for me is peanut. You give me this beer and I get upset. I don't like it. These are my best friends. These are real friends. See? Not printed anymore. Okay? Now, the United States gonna print $1 with an Afro-American woman. They're gonna print it. Okay? Okay. This is the traditional woman dress. Official traditional woman
Oh,
dress.
beautiful.
It's 100% handmade by the great grandmothers. 6 to 1 years. All this jewelry is supposed to be 18 carats. What the lady got in her head is dry fish skin mixed with apartment buildings. New apartment buildings.
Wow.
Okay? We're talking about buildings that belong from 1852. Very old buildings. The population of Colón City, of the province of Colón, is about 329,000. 329,000. The whole province.
But
Okay. My country is about 29,000 square miles. That's the size of the state of South Carolina. The temperature here in Fahrenheit, let's say about 50 to 120, 130 Fahrenheit. We got 8 rainy months, 4 dry months.
Wow.
That's the reason why the humidity here is about 80–90%. So in other words, it's not the heat, it's the humidity.
Just like it.
Okay. Look here in front. Look here in front. The traffic light. And it's off. I told you, it's off. It's always off. Hmm?
Mexican
Oh my
standoff.
gosh.
Very careful.
Oh, I got the bigger car.
So you can imagine, here is run for your life. The Panama Canal is 50 miles. The railroad, we're talking about 47 miles, something like that. It's a nice trip. It's about 50 to 1 hour on the way. Here in Panama on Sunday, you can swim here at the Caribbean side, Atlantic, at 9 a.m. And at 10, you're swimming at the Pacific side in 1 hour. We use the highway on Sunday, and I can put you here, and then in 1 hour, you're swimming at the Pacific side. There is a big difference between the tides here in Panama, and that's the main reason why the United States built the Panama Canal 85 feet above the sea level. The high tide here at the Caribbean side is 12–14 inches. Like this. But the high tide at the Pacific side goes up to 18 feet.
Wow.
So it means that Colón is here and Panama City is here. That's why the United States built the Panama Canal 85 feet above the sea level and then lowered the vessels. See? Because they need a balance. She runs like this. If not, the vessel should run like this. The whole Panama Canal works with fresh water. Every time a vessel do an operation inside the Panama Canal, use about 52 million gallons of fresh water per day, between 35 up to 40 vessels per day. By 52 million gallons, the amount of water that we drainage at the Pacific and at the Caribbean side.
Wow.
That's the reason why we need to protect the tropical humid rainforest. Now with the widening, we're going later on, we're going to the widening of the Panama Canal at the Caribbean side, the new set of locks. We recycle about 60% of the water. So 20% is drainage at the Caribbean side and 20% is drainage at the Pacific side. See? We are widening the artificial lakes. See? We're widening the artificial lake. Every day, 24 hours, we're dredging to make it deeper. Okay? You can see that still mangrove. Still mangrove. Here sometimes we can see the crocodiles walking around. Over at this point here. There is a river and at the entrance is another river. They join it. And you have to see the largest indigenous native. See? The origins of the Emberas, they belong from the Amazon in Brazil. By the centuries, they start moving to Ecuador, to Colombia. And about 300 years ago, many of them, they start moving to the border between Panama and Colombia. See? They were very warrior and aggressive people. And they used to eat us at the beginning. See? Actually, I'm still alive. I got a very good relationship with them. I live with them. Not in the village we're gonna visit, but in the villages at the Pacific side. Okay? So maybe, I don't know, they're gonna start looking at you. They're gonna start
Not enough ketchup. There ain't enough ketchup.
KFC. See? Or McDonald's. Tastes good. See? Maybe. Don't know.
No, yeah, it's too many
Okay.
replacement parts.
In that case, you just close your eye and start praying. No, they are very friendly people. Very friendly people. Actually, very friendly people. They got struggles between other indigenous tribes. The Gunas. The Gunas are little ladies with colorful dresses. Molas. They got a lot of battles centuries ago, and they start moving that indigenous tribe to the Caribbean. Actually, they live in a reserve at the Caribbean side. That reserve got 365 islands. One day, one island. Okay? A very beautiful, nice place. Okay? Good. Okay. You're gonna see that we are supposed to be on the dry season, but still green. You're gonna see on the way bush. See? There are two tales about the arrival of that grass. We name it the Panama Canal grass. We also name it wild sugarcane grass. It can grow up to 5-6 feet. Eh? What's going on? One of the tales says that United States brought here from Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, and they spread all over the Panama Canal. Why? Because that grass, when it starts growing, the roots grows very deep on the soil. So to avoid landslides, tale says that United States brought from Vietnam, China, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, and it spread all over the training camp. In that famous deadly Vietnam War, United States Army sent the Green Berets here to Panama for jungle training. They were trained by the emperors how to eat bucks, lizard, snakes, whatever. See? So they spread all over because if you can see, that's the Gatun Lake, that mass of water. Right now we are 85 feet above the sea level. For 22 years became the biggest man-made lake in the world. After United States create Lake Mead, the Boulder Dam. At the widening of the Panama Canal at the Pacific or the Caribbean side. Aguas Claras, Cocoli, Miraflores, or Gatun. At the end of all that mass of water end. See? And it's ready at the Caribbean or at the Pacific side. Jaguar, crocodile, and a whistle to call the eagles. That's a whistle to call the eagles. Yeah.
They look like they're related, huh?
Huh?
They look like they're related.
For the asthma. For the asthma. It's very helpful for the asthma. But it's also helpful for other things. See? It's about 3 different varieties. 3 different varieties. Okay, we are at the Pacific side right now. We're gonna turn to the right side on the way to the Emperor Village. Questions? No questions? No question, no lunch. Yes. That's a good question. Okay. There is a section of the Panama Canal, the famous Gaylor Cut. It's about 8 miles long. The famous Gaylor Cut is the Continental Divide. Most of the soil was dredged in that section. At the Pacific side, the United States Army create big, huge landfills. We're not going to the Pacific side, to the cities. I can show you, I'm telling you, big, huge landfills. And the rest they put it aside. And in other words, they create artificial islands inside the watershed of the Panama Canal. The Frenchmen for about 22 years, they tried to build the French Canal. Okay? They don't know the vector that caused all those illnesses, malaria, and special malaria and yellow fever. They thought that were the ants. So they used to put soup dishes on the feet of the pets. They were given the space to the mosquito for its reproduction. Okay? A Cuban doctor named Charles Finley and a military doctor named William Crawford Goygas, they start searching. And at last they start saying, it's the mosquito. It's a mosquito.
Got malaria shots.
Okay, thank you.
Here's the other one.
And it's true. It's the mosquito.
Wow.
So, for 22 years, oh, sorry. I thought you would For 22 years, the Frenchmen, they fight against the nature. From that project, the Frenchmen, they just did, in other words, about 22%. See? United States discovered the, see, to prevent
Vaccine.
the vaccine. And they also gave the Panamanian cocktail to the workers. Panama. Close to the cup, see? A trail made of stone.
Mm-hmm.
A little trail.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Camino de Cruces Trail. Las Cruces Trail. That trail been on from about 1527, 1528. That was one of the trails used by the Spaniards to move the merchandise and the treasures. They stopped where we're gonna stop later on, and then by mules, 300, 400 mules from Panama City up to that point at Gamboa, and they transferred the merchandise and the treasures, they transferred to little barge, and they keep in the course of the Chagres River up to the Caribbean side. Okay? It's amazing if you get inside with a metal detector, you can find gold coins.
Really?
I'm telling you. And trees species. They brought here about 800, 700 species. And they start doing experiments. Which one can resist our weather? From the 700, 800, just 138 species survive. By the years, people start collecting injured animals, and they start bringing here. That's the reason why we got a botanical garden and a zoo. I don't like zoos. I don't like it. There is a big cage with 2 harpy eagles.
Wow. Oh, hard.
And there is a big cage with 2 jaguars inside. I don't like it. I don't like zoos. There is a big difference between the jaguars and they're waiting for a ride. Okay? Between the jaguars and the pumas. I saw them at the rainforest, both. Wild. The jaguars, they try to hide from the human being, the jaguars. But the puma or the mountain lion, they are the same as the tiger. They attack from your back.
Oh, great.
The puma is more aggressive. That's why some people here, they use a mask in the back, like in India. Like in India. Because the puma attack from your back. Eater on top.
Oh, an anteater.
An eater. Okay, look at those little palm trees. See? With the branches like See? Those little boats. The famous Panama hat is made in Ecuador. See? From the palm front of those palm tree is where the fibers of the Panama hat come from. Why the hat made in Ecuador? His name is Panama hat. 2 years before the arrival of that famous former president Teddy Roosevelt, 2 years before the arrival, a man from Ecuador went to Washington and gave him some of those fine hats. When he came to Panama with a big delegation, a man from Ecuador arrived at the same time with a lot of those hats. He wants to sell the hats and get the money for his presidency in Ecuador. So all that big delegation looking at Teddy Roosevelt wear that hat, they start buying those hats. And they turn back to the United States. Hey, where you get that nice hat I bought in Panama? And that's the reason the Ecuadorian hat is named Panama hat. See? Translation is for the, how you say it, white, no, color, white neck. Color, white neck. In other words, the politicians. In other words, the politicians. That prison is really an all-inclusive resort for them. In other words. That prison lived Pineapple Face, the latest Pineapple Face. Our last dictator, Manuel Antonio Noriega. He died 2017 at the age of 83 years. Is this?
Wow.
This prison belongs from the Panama Canal. It's just for politicians, in other words. But it's a resort.
Wide open.
That's the entrance.
They don't eat rice and sausage. They eat mignon, filet mignon, caviar. It's a resort for them. They've got air conditions. Wow. Internet, whatever they want. And this is the point where the Panama Canal Commission joined the Chagres River. To your left side is the Panama Canal. That bridge belonged from 1908. This one from 1917. And there was another one from 1888 that collapsed because a river flooded. There is a containerized cargo vessels coming from the Caribbean. Takes 8 to 10 hours to cross the Isthmus of Panama. If you don't want to use the Panama Canal through the South Cone, it's 15 to 21 days. So the Panama Canal is a big investment for you and for us.
Okay, now we're going to an Indian village still living the way they did a long time ago. Panama. It's definitely hot. It feels about 90 degrees. And you have to wear a mask. And probably have to wear a life vest too.
This is not the biggest river in Panama, but it's very important because it supplies more than 40% of the water for the Panama Canal. And this river is very popular for the activities that people can do in this river, like river rafting, also fishing. The fishes that we can find here are picket bass, Oscar, tilapias, and usually the indigenos here in Panama live around the rivers, and usually they eat those fishes that they can find here. And in Panama, our population is 4 million people, and 20% of the population are indigenous. We have 7 different indigenous groups, 6 indigenous reservations that we call comarcas, and around Sagres River live some communities of Emberá. Remember, 7 different indigenous groups, but we're going to visit just Emberá group, okay? Do you have any questions? No? No. Okay, now we are ready to continue. To see in the Panama Canal. That one, this vessel go to the new lock system. This one go not to the original locks, go to the this vessel use the new system Cocoli locks in the Pacific and Agua Clara in the Atlantic side. The Neo Panamax usually they have capacity until 15,000 TEUs, 20 equivalent TEUs. Do you know the TEUs? 20 equivalent unit system is the size of the container. Now do you understand? Yes. This is the capacity for the vessels. community. Feel free to take all the pictures that you want and also videos. These Indianos here, they don't have problem if you take a picture with them, with the children, with the men, with the women. You can take all the pictures, okay? And also, they are waiting for us. Remember, the first thing that we're going to do is go to the main house for a meeting. They are going to dance and they are going to explain about the culture, about everything. Okay?
Did you say you can take pictures of them or you cannot?
You can. Just feel free to take all the pictures.
Backpack? Yeah. Okay. Hola means hello. Hola.
Oh.
They were saying hola a lot. That'd be in Spanish for hello or something. This is probably the walking. We're going to go to a meeting house and they will be telling us about their tradition.
These people have no seats.
They like you. It's not like they don't like you, but they don't have, like, this is not a tradition. But this is new for the young kids. That's the reality. All right? The young kids, actually, she went to school. She knows some English. I think you finished already university? No. You haven't finished? Just high school. High school level, but she understanding. She's been trained to give us a speech today. Yeah? Congratulations! Yeah, to be in front of many people, even for me, you know, I learned how to guide. I was shaking the first time I was talking to you. Like, now I shake, but I don't know. I don't show it. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Their feet all look so beautiful. It's no wearing shoes and they're
Oh, my friends. They walk the jungle. The kids will run in places that I need to have a shoes.
But it doesn't look like callous. They're bad.
No, yeah, they don't have bad shoes. I mean, bad feet. They're strong, and woman normally takes good care of her body. Yeah, she got time for that, right? Chava, entonces. Welcome. Well, but is it more space? Will you need more seats? We're a big family, no problem. Are you getting this? Yeah. Whatever you like to do. Hey, los que quieren hacer tatuajes, que tengan tinta, vengan acá para decirle de una vez. This boy over here will make good tattoos. Okay? These three guys are the ones that make non-permanent tattoos. For those who just arrived, the special ink this man is actually wearing is a non-permanent ink that is extracted from a tree, a fruit. They call it hawa. And this hawa is just the savia from the fruit. All they use for sunblock, they use it for dyeing their hair, they use it for medicine, healing medicine, protecting from mosquitoes or bugs, and also it's a sunblock. Just to let you know. Welcome home, okay? My friends, any other question you have? Any other question? You want to go shopping now? Or you want to wait for the explanation? Okay, explícale la artesanía suya.
Primero la bienvenida.
She says, welcome. The welcome.
Bien, buenas tardes. Bienvenido a la comunidad Eyapuru en Verá.
Welcome to the community Eyapuru en Verá.
¿Sí?
Gracias.
Mi casa y su casa.
My house, your house.
Yeah.
Ok, bien, en la comunidad somos un total de 65 habitantes entre
There are about 65 members in this community.
¿sí? La mayoría de los jóvenes y las jovencitas nos dedicamos a lo que son las confecciones de artesanía.
All the young people and the young guys they are dedicated to confectionate and make all those beautiful art crafts that you see on the table.
Bien, primero que todo vamos a explicar un poco sobre la vestimenta tradicional de las
She
damas
wants
y
to
de los
explain a little
caballeros.
bit the traditional dress she wearing today, and she wear permanent at home.
Bien. Nosotras las mujeres utilizamos esta tela conocida como paruma.
Okay. Yes, she said that all girls in the community use this kind of skirt known as paruma. Paruma. And I hold this in my hand because paruma used to be made out of the bark of a tree. I'm going to pass this around. Mm-hmm.
Bien. La paruma es muy fácil de... Bien, ahora es de algodón, ¿sí? Y viene de otros países, no lo hacemos nosotros.
Now they don't actually build it because they're inside a national park. They don't make it, but they have to buy it. And
Pero los diseños son exclusivos de nosotras las en verano.
but all the designs are actually designed by the ladies.
Ah.
See the baskets over there?
So do they buy plain material and then decorate it themselves?
No, they actually give see the plates colors over there? That's the pattern that the fabric will take, make it for them, and then they sell it to them.
Bien, esta tela es muy fácil de usar, y así que alguien desea llevarse la paruma, le voy a mostrar cómo se hace.
If any lady today wanna just buy a piece of this beautiful paruma with the colors and the pattern and the design they do, she's gonna show you how to do that.
¿Sí? Esto tiene 3 yardas.
That is a 3-yard.
¿Sí? Solo se pone así.
You see, honey, like a towel. Yeah, easy. Anyone wanna try? Oh man, you cry like a sky now.
Bien, en la parte de arriba utilizamos utilizamos lo que es el ocamar, confeccionado por nosotras y adornadas también con monedas.
And the upper side is actually made by the ladies at home. It is all different kind of coins, silver coins, that normally mama will actually make for the first daughter and so on. They pass it, so they dressed up. But normally back home, they don't wear it. They're taught less. So they've been dressed up for you guys. The occasion. Question.
I dressed up for them too.
¿Cuánto cuesta eso?
20.
That piece was $20. $20.
Bien. También utilizamos los brazaletes, los chidi que vienen siendo los aretes hechos dentro de la comunidad.
They also wearing the bracelets and the earrings, which is something actually made by hand, especially by boys, designed for the ladies. A special gift. Imagine these guys back on those early days before the Spanish arrived, wearing gold, silver, all over, just like the Mayans and Aztecs. They're wearing all these beautiful things. As they are bright, they will be close to the sun and the moon.
Bien, también utilizamos mucho lo que es la decoración en la cabeza adornados con flores de paco. Son 100%
They also
naturales.
haven't forget about the decoration on the head, which is always with different colors, very colorful flowers. She said Biabua. Biabua means in el hembra, thank you very much. Say thank you.
Bien, el caballero es simple, él utiliza lo que es el andiá, es la parte de adelante, y el amburá.
He's actually wearing, he's dressed up also for the occasion. He's using this piece of cotton over here, it's the andia. It's called andia. And the part in the back that is also covered in the front is the ambura. In Edinburgh, yes.
Can you make sure you tell them that we dressed up for this occasion too?
Dice ellos que ellos también se vistieron para la ocasión de venir a visitarnos. Así como están ellos. Biabúa.
Bien, en la parte de arriba están los yabari, que son las chaquiras cruzadas. La cantidad y los colores va a depender del chico, del color o la cantidad que él desee. Sí, claro.
Okay, the colors in the front, it depends on his wife, it depends on his mother, how many of them they can wear. These are beings now that they collect from outside, they can buy it. But before, you used to put all seeds in there to decorate themselves. La corona.
Y bueno, la corona.
And the crown, but the man doesn't wear any flower. Biabúa. How we say it? Biabúa.
Bien, vamos a explicar ahora cómo nosotras las mujeres confeccionamos todas las artesanías que ven ahí.
She like really quick to give you a little explanation about how they make this basket. Are you ready for that?
Bien, nosotros todo esto lo tejemos a mano. Todos los colores son 100% naturales.
This is all natural color made by hand. 100% by hand.
¿Sí? Utilizamos dos materiales, lo que es la nahuala, que va a ir por dentro del tejido.
They use two type of material of palm tree leaf. The nahuala, which is the middle section of the skeleton, to be covered by the next fiber. Just pass it around.
Y la chunga, que es la que siempre van a ver de muchos colores, que es más suave. Sí.
Okay. The chunga is this one, which is actually, she said, is softer, but it's stronger than the one they use for the middle section to be covered. So the chunga has different ways to polish like this.
Ese es, para el color se pone primero limón o paña agria para que se le quite lo verdoso y queda totalmente blanco.
For this one, you make sour cane and lemon juice with water. You put it in hot water all together. This normally is green. You put it there for like 20 minutes. and then this white color comes out. So when they have enough white colors, then they start to dye the other amount of fiber. Let's start.
Bien, para los colores, como les dije, todo era 100% natural. Ejemplo, el color rojo lo obtenemos de estas pequeñas semillas conocidas como achiote.
The red color is from this kind of seed. We use it for condiment our food. Maybe you're familiar with this. This is called anato. Okay. Nobody knows yet. Anato. Take a look. The red color.
Bien, para el azul lo obtenemos de esta fruta llamada jagua, que es la misma fruta que utilizamos para pintarnos el cuerpo.
The blue color here is from also the same kind of fruit they use for the non-permanent tattoo ink, the extract from the fruit. Yeah, the blue color. And
Bien, para el color chocolate utilizamos esta madera, pedacitos que dejan los hombres cuando tallan animales, que ahora les voy a mostrar, el coco bolo.
this is the kind of wood that normally guys carve for those final projects on the tables over there. This kind of wood is one of the stronger wood you're gonna find in the new tropics. We name it in Panama cocobolo, has the emerald also known the tree. Cocobolo wood. In English should be rosewood. One of the stronger woods in the world. Chinese pay a lot of money for this. All right. So when the guy carves those final products, the ladies collect all of that, get the white colors, and they take this for making this color. They take all that acerine, they boil it, they get the white colors in it, pour it for 20 minutes, boom, chocolate, brown, coming out.
Bien, para el color negro, cuando nosotros tenemos el chocolate, vamos a una tierra lodosa cerca de las orillas del río, la enterramos por 5 días, 4 días aproximadamente y ya se torna un color más oscuro.
So once you have the brown color already, a lot of this, they will take the time to go by the edge of the river and bury it in a black mud, okay? And they bury it for 2 days. After the 2 days, bacteria underneath will actually turn the brown color to a darker color. Yes? Once they had enough colors or primary colors, mainly, they start to look for what kind of design they can make in order to make those beautiful baskets, plates, mats.
Bien, y nosotros tenemos varios tipos de técnicas de tejido. Aquí tengo dos ejemplos, el de las escalerillas y el tejido del peinado.
Okay, there's 2 ways to make the baskets and mats and a little tiny basket. And this one was they call peinado or comb. Okay, like goes like when you comb.
Okay.
So they start in the middle and it goes like this, step by step. They call it escalerilla.
Okay.
Sorry, this is escalerilla. And this is the one is comb. And you will see if you take a look very close how attached it is, how tight it is, okay, to the fiber. Somebody in the back, want to watch it? You ready?
Bien, y el tiempo que nos va a tomar en finalizar un trabajo va a depender del tamaño, los colores y el tipo de técnica de tejido que vamos a
The time
utilizar.
it takes to make one of those baskets, it depends on the size and all the colors they want, but everything comes from here.
Wow.
And they normally don't look in the book. Okay, now guys do that.
15 días, un mes y medio, o a
Sometimes
veces más
15
tiempo.
days, 1 month, a month and a half, 2 months, 3 months, it depends how big and how many colors the design they create will take.
Bien, el trabajo de los caballeros, como le había mencionado el cocobolo.
Sorry. So when you go and take a look at the place, okay, they said they spend 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. So they say it's 35 days, and that would be $1 per day they will actually put for the cost. Okay?
Bien, aquí está la madera del cocobolo.
The rosewood, yeah, but this is made by men. Okay, normally when we go back home, we turn on the TV, check the email, cellular, start to cook something, right? Yeah, talk to my friends. Let's go play golf. Sure. So these guys, they do the same, but they say, hey, I saw a jaguar today. And they start to car, and they start to talk to each other, especially the young kids. And then boom, the jaguar comes. And then the jaguar will be in another. It's going to be performed by the ladies. Okay. Dale, Alexi, dale, Alexi.
Bien, la segunda danza es la danza del águila, pari pari cari.
Okay, the following dance is the eagle dance.
Sorry.
Eagle. Go ahead, eagle.
Oh my goodness, this is good, huh? This is a good sign.
Okay, this bird imitates our bird song.
Mockingbird.
Yeah,
Mockingbird.
that's it. Bird watcher. It can imitate 4 different bird songs. So who's a bird watcher? Enjoy the bird up there.
He just came because he hears it. Beautiful. When we have a bird in the tradition for the hembras, if the bird is the male, maybe one person over here is suspecting to have a baby. A little boy. If the bird is the female, one of you guys or us is expecting to have a little bird, right? Okay.
information con ella. Okay, now your turn to dance with the excellent dancer. So be ready that they go and they choose 50 camotes dance. Remember the rumba emperor. Ahorita, rumba emperor.
Vamos, timbalero, vamos, timbalero.
Sonido, música maestro.
They got volleyball net.
I could play that volleyball.
Yeah, you get it over the net then. I wonder if they actually live in these things or this is part of the whole setup. I'm sure it's got some modernization for income. All the neat things they build in there, they design them. It takes them weeks and weeks to do it, and then they send it away and it gets mass produced. But it's still their unique design. We got a cat in the bag. Here. He says a cat, but you can call it anything.
Cat's got ears.
That was, how much was that?
Here's
35.
35. I wish it said something on it.
Goes back pretty far.
Yeah, I just tried that.
They walk you back down the stairs. At bare feet. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. What? Oh, I didn't see that. Come on.
The National Park Chagres is one of the largest national parks that we have here in Panama. We have approximately 15. Oh yes. This is a, just a parenthesis. This is a beautiful jacana. Jacana, that bird. And usually they are in the plants, the aquatic plants, and the female of this bird is more aggressive than the male.
Oh, like we are. Okay.
Yes. And these species of bird have been many studies about that bird. Do you know about Smithsonian?
Yes.
Smithsonian. We have around in an area inside Gatun Lake, the main artificial lake in the Panama Canal. We have the Institute Smithsonian. They study everything about the plants, the trees, the animals that we have here in Panama, about the biodiversity. And these species has been they study about many things about these birds. It's very rare, and also the male incubate the eggs in these species of birds. Not the female, the male. Yes. Always you're going to see jacanas inside the plants. Drops in certain plants in the water. Alexis, son 30 minutos aquí. Ellos te dijeron 30. Yes. Now, in Panama, you know, we are in dry season.
Oh, yes.
Yes. This is I say this is the best time of the year for me, because we have more breeze than raining season. Raining season is very humid. So, now it's hot, but it's hotter and very humid in raining season. Sometimes in dry season we get some rain, but just few minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But remember, in Panama, the water is very important for the Panama Canal. And this Chagres River is the only river in the world that empties into ocean. Do you know that? Did you know that? No? No?
Now we do. Now we do.
Yes. And from here, you can see also the Hotel Gamboa Rainforest Resort. The marina where we start our tour is part of the hotel. The hotel is there since 2000. Before 2000, Gamboa was an area that we call Panama Canal Zone. The zone of the Panama Canal. That means only the area was for employees of Panama Canal and also for military groups. That's this area. But actually, Gamboa is a small town, just live approximately 500 people. It's a small community, or the town is small. And also in Gamboa is located the dredging division. The Panama Canal needs they have to give maintenance every day. They have to dredge the canal to keep clean. So we have a big area that we call dredging division. They have all the implements, the machines, everything there to keep clean the Panama Canal. My friends, do you have any question? No? Do you know what means Panama?
Yeah, many fish. Many fish.
20 fish.
Yes. Abundance
of fish.
of fish and
Butterflies.
Oh, yeah.
butterflies. Yes. Abundance of fish and butterflies. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to go to the area close the canal, and you can see this area, okay? Espérate. The breeze is nice, but be careful with your hat and your caps because the breeze can blow and it's very hard. Yeah. This is the end of the Chagres River.
Okay.
This is the end. When we cross this bridge, welcome to the eighth wonder in the world, the Panama Canal. Panama Canal. Now we are in the middle section of the Panama Canal.
Oh, okay.
Remember, Panama Canal is fresh water. This is Lake Gatun Lake. We are 27 meters or 85 feet above the sea level. Okay. To your left side is Pacific. To your right is the Atlantic side.
Wow.
Okay. In the Pacific side, we have two original locks that we call Pedro Miguel and Miraflores. Also, we have the new system that we call Cocoli locks. Remember the difference of, oh, the train is coming, the train. Yo soy, ese es el tren, ¿verdad? I can't see now, but we can hear.
That big German
The train is coming, so prepare your camera.
Oh,
longer than maybe.
I can't see now.
that way.
It's coming, it's coming.
I hear it.
Usually in this area, after midday, we can see ships coming Atlantic to the Pacific side. Usually in this area, after midday. In the morning, we can see Pacific to the Atlantic. But the Panama Canal works 24 hours, not closed. At night, we can see leaves.
Oh, here it comes.
It's coming. It's coming. There it is. The train.
Picture, not video. It's coming. Wait until it gets up here.
See, very close.
Train. Take you to the Pacific Ocean and back.
Tal vez hoy están haciendo tour.
Panama Canal Railway. That was our excursion. That's what people want to vote on.
Oh, I meant
Yeah. Okay. Did you know that all those people are part of the
Yeah.
cruise
Yeah.
ship? Yeah.
Oh, they would have been bored.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a part of it.
Yeah. The train actually the train just works for passengers for tourists. But normally we can see the train moving containers. Some vessels leave the containers in the Atlantic and the train moves to the Pacific and vice versa. And also the area to the left starts a Gaylord Cut or Culebra Cut that is the part most narrow in the Panama Canal. Culebra is in Spanish, but in English, if we translate, means a snake because the shape of the area is like a snake. This area also we call Gaylord in honor to David Gaylord, the chief engineer in charge to work in this area between 1907 to 1913, 1 year before the inauguration of the Panama Canal. He died 1 year before. So he worked very hard, and in order to him, this area we call Gaylord Cut. And also, one difference between the original locks to the new lock system is in the new one we use in the chamber we use tugboat to guide inside the chamber, but in the original locks inside the chamber we use locomotive. This is one difference between the new one and the original. The new one was inaugurated in 2016.
Iguana is on the bridge, but can't see him.
In the back, can you see it? The iguana?
He's looking.
Just in front of us, in the middle.
There
It's
you go.
moving now, a little bit.
Good big lizard.
Jump to the water.
Hey, jump in the water.
Oh yeah, the iguanas can swim very well. We say the chicken of the trees. The iguanas, the chicken of the trees.
Oh!
Those
Those are big ones. They were in the tree, I guess.
Yeah.
Definitely. Wow.
Wow. They move too fast.
Sí. Yeah.
Any of you have eat iguana anytime?
Sí, we had iguana.
Iguana? Yeah. That's good?
Yes, chicken.
Chicken.
Tastes like chicken.
We had iguana bites somewhere.
We had iguana bites.
Yeah, we had iguana bites in Florida. Florida, yeah.
Florida? And iguana eggs? Have you tried?
No.
Iguana eggs?
They're like little fried chicken
Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
Like alligator. Tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
I've had fried alligator.
I don't eat iguana, but my family eat iguana. On Sunday, I went to visit to my mom, and my cousin sent a plate with food to my mom. When I saw it, oh, what is that? Iguana. Oh my God, iguana.
In this area, are there jaguars?
Well, inside the national park, yes, we have a big cat like ocelot, jaguar, jaguarundi, we call, yes. But we have jaguar. Also pumas we have here in Panama. Ocelot, pumas, jaguar.
What do they see?
Tourists.
Oh. I don't know.
Do you know what is our national bird in Panama? It's the harpy eagle.
Oh, yeah.
Harpy eagle, the national bird. Here we go, Alexi.
Encima del bambú seco.
Oh, this is
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember the name. What is it?
Where?
Let me.
Oh,
look
look
at
at it. Oh, it looks like a roadrunner to me.
Let me.
Whoa. Oh, great. That was great. That was great.
Oh,
Can you believe?
One could get loose on the boat.
The fly.
¿Dónde estaba?
You're almost right there, but he's
Right behind the trees.
behind that branch.
And the spitting things.
No lo ves, Alexi. Se fue.
Ah, detrás de ese, en medio de la liana, alumbra con el láser y te digo, ahí, sube un poquito, ahí.
Well, he blends in nicely.
Oh my gosh, he sure does.
Did you see?
See, he looks just like a branch.
Yes.
He's behind those.
Gotta catch the sun just right.
It's very camouflage because it's the same color of the. Yes. That one is a common basilic.
Oh
common
yeah, that's what
basilic
it is.
or Jesus Christ lizard. This is the name. But always I forget the name. This bird, the black bird inside the tree.
Yep. Second level. See it right there.
Can't see it with the sun.
Can't see his face.
Big bird.
Yep.
Got the wings spread out. Around its wings. Right.
Yeah, it's just not good. But I do see it. I don't think they like their voice. Yep. That's the kind they have in Caliente.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? You should say, hey, we know the partners are in Panama.
Ay, allá arriba hay otra iguana. I saw an iguana in the tree. Okay.
There's an iguana in
Hacemos
the tree.
para-
Alúmbrale la que está aquí, ¿ves?
I see him.
¿Ven dónde está el palito de mango?
Ajá.
Big branch coming out to the left.
Oh, yeah, I see him.
¿Dónde
Oh,
está
I
que
see him.
no?
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah.
see him.
No,
Mm.
I see him.
Big branch.
He's gonna move. He's gonna jump in the water. That's a big jump in the water, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yo no veo
Yeah,
esa.
it blends in so well.
He's gonna jump in the boat.
End up in the boat.
And we'll have
Yeah.
water
Water
bites.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Right there.
Yes, he is.
¿Lo ves, Katy?
Isn't that amazing? I don't know why I'm thinking bigger, like humongous.
Iguana.
But I guess that came from.
Están las ramitas.
Ya la vi. Es que yo vi otra por ahí atrás. Mira que no alumbra. No, no alumbra. This is a small iguana.
There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Now it's moving.
See you later, alligator. I mean, iguana.
What's that way up at the top?
Another bird?
It's another one, yeah.
No, it's another iguana. There's one at the very top of the tree.
Oh, man.
Yeah, just when she moved.
Uh-huh.
Another iguana.
Look at the view of the bridge on your right side. Bridge is about 5 kilometers long. Let's say about 2 miles and a little bit more. Okay? Okay, you want to take some pictures? You got 5 minutes if you want. If not, we keep driving. Okay?
Cross the road. Oh, he's gonna get hit.
He's gonna get run over.
Nice.
Somebody might, he tried to save him, he's gonna get hit by the car.
Where is it?
A few.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
he's gonna try to save him.
Oh, I may have already been hit.
Look at him.
Oh, honey, I'm so sorry.
He's gonna go back in the tree. He's gonna try to-
It was just like, yeah, looks like it.
Okay, we're at the new locks for the Panama Canal. There's the old locks and the new locks. These are the newer ones. Can hold bigger ships. I think they said 480 feet instead of 300 something feet, something like that. I guess you can sit in these chairs and just watch. Guess that fills up with water. It's opening up
parts of the Panama Canal at the level of Gatun Lake, which is the space of water we see right in front of our visitor center. Our customer at this moment was served during the morning hours, around 8:30 in the morning, at the Pacific side, and this is the last portion of the journey. For us in the schedule, we represent one of the vessels in northbound transit, knowing that the Panama Canal is having a different reference. The Isthmus of Panama itself is having a different reference in terms of locations. For us in the Isthmus of Panama, north is going to the Caribbean Sea and south to the Pacific Ocean. I know that it's confusing, but just in case you'd like to check on that, you can take a look at the map of the continent. And you see that Norway, or position in the continent, is completely different from the rest. And therefore, we need to talk about these conditions and intervals. Now, our customer to help the vessel. The ship moves itself forward all the time.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get it.
It's okay. Consideration for all the vessels in transit. Included in this consideration, the group of vessels that transit or travel along the original set of laws. They will always have their engine under use during the journey. The vessel will remain close to the sidewall because like that we save some time in order to continue and serve the ship as fast as possible, knowing that the consideration of safety are first in the canal. Seaways Lake is an chemical tanker ship. This vessel has the following dimensions if you wonder about this vessel in particular. It has 751 feet in length, that's even to 229 meters. It actually fits into the original set of locks, I have to say. The width is 105.8 feet in width, which is even to 32 meters, the maximum width allowed in the original system. But the draft, how much it's submerged into the waters, goes beyond the space available at the original set of locks. It has 43 meters of draft. It is 13.1 meters under the water it is submerged. And to have an exact reference, not in feet, but in meters, it is having 1 meter beyond the depth we can offer at the original set of locks. And that's the reason this interesting vessel is traveling along the third set of locks. The vessel goes to Bahamas, where it's going to be then serving certain business, and as we said previously, is the last portion of the journey. As you can perceive and feel, there is a strong wind coming from the ocean shore. Watch for your cats, because we have seen some cats, beautiful ones, flying to the lake, and just in case. On the other hand, I have to tell you that when the wind is this way, so strong, it comes to be more complicated the transit for certain vessels. will be part of their concerns. Meanwhile, they command the navigation. Now, the crew of the vessel stays on board always, as it is known worldwide. The master of the vessel will never abandon his or her ship. And this is the case for the Panama Canal. They always stay on board. But the Panama Canal administration at the beginning of the 20th century, because of different events or small accidents, decided back then, a few years after the inauguration, that only the Panama Canal pilots will be entitled to command the navigation in the Panama Canal waters. And since till now, it has been done. Is that why the Panama Canal has 290 captains of ships that gain their knowledge and experiences previous their inclusion in the workforce of the Panama Canal, and those that have the higher experiences and skills proved in the activities of transit will going to be in charge of oil, chemicals, or gas tanker ships. This is one of those customers that will require the seniors, pilots of the workforce. We have then a group of pilots and that depending on their skills and experiences will be taking care of cruise ships, submarines, chemical tanker ships, or others as well, large full container ships like those that fit into the maximum dimensions allowed in the first set of boxes in the Panama Canal. And you see the strength of the wind right now. That's why also we have the tugboats. And many of our visitors ask, why not to have the locomotives? I need to tell you about that. The locomotives are part of history. They are working perfectly well for the dimensions under use. Below the level of water, they have a flotation chamber.
The gates are closing.
That is hollow. And that space creates sort of a bubble that makes the structure floatate partially.
Maybe that'll close and it'll open and that'll fill up again.
Floatate partially. It's possible to
It'll open and the water will go back.
just for you to have an average of how much they weigh. Is 3,300 tons the weight that they have. And talking about this concept of having flotation chamber and open spaces for the water to fill in, the motor gates of the original set of locks also have that. In a different shape or way, yes, but the concept is actually the same. It's the same purpose. Floatate, let you reduce the total weight. The water filling at the upper segment provides stability. Water will be released by tunnels that can be seen by us because they are underneath the ground. They are so large, their gas, that could be compared to the tunnels of any metro station or the area where they merge among 2 or 3 channels or tunnels to let go water. That location could be compared to a metro station, the whole area. So they have these tunnels in a specific angle that let the water gain speed, and like that it's possible to gain the strength that fill in the chamber in the way we require.
It's not filled up yet.
Now at the distance you're going to find there is a bay. The same bay your cruise ship passed by and visited for 40 hours today. That's Leeward Bay. And it's an important location for the Panama Canal operation. Why? Because it's there where we need to approve the transit by having an inspection on board. Who goes aboard? Boarding officers of the Panama Canal, and large vessels like the one we see in transit will require 6 to 7 members of the Panama Canal. Could we deliver the water down to the
So now the water from where the boat's at is going down and going into the one in front of it, to the lock in front of it. So it goes through the same way it went through here.
This is the dry season, so it's the time for us to apply more often the reutilization. But sometimes, because of the average of the estimation made previously in the morning, we have to let go some water.
Floors? Yeah.
There's a McDonald's. And there's a DoorDash. I think that looks like their logo. Oh, that is very loosey color.
The only business that is missing here, I think, is Starbucks
Ah.
Oh, you don't need
and Walmart.
Walmart. Oh, you need a Walmart.
You've got your better coffee. You don't need Starbucks.
True
Yeah.
that. True that.
Melon. We got everything here. Popeyes, Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, what else? KFC, Dairy Queen, Burger King, McDonald's, junk food.
Everybody's wearing a mask, even inside the car. What are you wearing?
Alrighty.
Oh.
You look great.
And you got a sons against you.
Oh my word. Oh my God. Yeah, let's just get in on the other side.
Okay, good. Gonna be a traffic cop.
Oh my stars.
Yes.
Honda, thank you, Honda.
The boat's over there.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Yes. Sylvie.
It's a Panama Canal pilot. Amen.
Is this a main street or something?
No, but this is the rush hour of the people that work inside the color-free zone, the duty-free. They work Monday, Friday, let's say 8 up to 5.